Hey, everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Ignite Your Glow. I'm Jessica Harris, your host, and I'm so pumped and excited for you to join me again. As always, if you are new to the channel, I need you to go ahead and like, share, subscribe, y'all. Hit that bell above right quick so you can be notified every time a new video drops. Like, why not? Who wouldn't want a new video dropped? Y'all, come on. Y'all love me. I hope. Maybe. I don't know. We gonna see. Anyways, all right. So today's episode, I'm really excited about this because the idea has been coming to me a lot, but I was trying to figure out, okay, I get the idea concept, but I'm gonna need something to show people. I love visuals. I like to be able to see things, right? So I'm like, well, if I like to see stuff, then hopefully they like to see stuff too. So, today I am going to be talking to you guys all about buildings. Yes, we're going to be talking about buildings. But hear me. So, the reason why this was coming to me is because I've been driving a lot, and in the midst of me driving, I've been seeing a lot of just, construction. It's the summertime. I feel like construction workers love to work during the summertime because it's easier for them to maneuver, especially around the snow. Especially if you're from Northeast, then you understand, y'all, it's snow on the East Coast like crazy. Anyways, so what I really wanted to really just discuss with you guys was the concept of building. Some of you guys are so focused on building this right here. You're so focused on this, right? It's beautiful, it's nice, and everything else, like, oh my gosh, right? You love it, it's beautiful. The problem is that you love this so much, but you're not willing to do this. Come on, y'all. This is needed. This is laying out the foundation. You have to till the land. And then some of y'all don't want to deal with this. You have to put your structures in place. There's beams that have to be put up, y'all. You don't get this, right? You don't get this without having this or this. Come on, y'all. And that's the part that I really want to focus on today. So many of you guys are so ready for the final product. You're ready for your business to be at $1 million. You're ready for your that project to be completed. But the problem is that you're ready for a project to be completed when you haven't done the work. Wait a minute. You haven't laid out a foundation. You haven't built up the pieces that are needed for it. You haven't even bothered to till the land, to see what was needed, to do the market research. You haven't done you haven't followed the process. You haven't done things properly. So how can you expect yourself to go from, idea to house that fast without doing the work? I've watched construction workers literally till the land first, making sure the land is the way that they need it to be done with the soil and the dirt and whatnot, right? And obviously there's a process for testing the soil, but that's a whole other beast. But they till that land first, making sure everything's good. All right, cool. And then they start putting down foundations of cement. Then they start putting in the little stilts inside of it. And then they let it set. They let it set. Why? Because it takes time for cement to set. They let it wait. And then when it's done, they do another layer. And they do the exact same thing. And then they sit. Because it has to set. You are no different. When it comes to building a foundation, it's the tedious things that may seem frustrating, they may seem annoying, they may even seem time consuming. But these tedious things, these tedious processes, these tedious support systems that we put in place in a position are needed and they are necessary. And the reason why we do that is so when things start flowing and going, we're not on unstable ground. We're not like the house of straw, like in the Three Little Pigs, who when the big bad wolf came in and he said, and it just, oh my goodness, the house went down, right? Why? Because there was no foundation, there was no substance there. That's why what you're building in your business is so important. That's why it may be going slow at the moment. That's why, especially if you're a new entrepreneur, it may be going slow because God is having you set a foundation, not just in the business, but how you are as a business owner and how you are managing your family and how you are managing your self-care. And he's doing that because he doesn't want you to become overwhelmed. He doesn't want you to start drowning. He doesn't want you to feel like you're unequipped to handle it. He wants you to go in with a mindset that's ready to tackle on the things that are going to take place, but also being able to manage the multiple things that are going on around you. Because he may have given you this one idea at the moment, doesn't mean he's done. Remember, he's a big God. So when he gives you an idea, know that that idea is going to have different ideas on top of that ideas. Even ideas that may not even be related to that ideas may come forth in your life. There may even be other programs and collaborations that you may be a part of. And you have to think that if you are in the midst of all of these different things, how are you as an individual going to be able to manage all of that, plus yourself, plus your family, and all those pieces? You have to know that you have to be in a special place. So in order to do that, you have to be understanding there's a process. That's why it's so important for you to know, like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what's happening. This is what I'm doing. This is why it's important for you to be an understanding that if he's going to eventually have you manage 5 businesses, right? 6 businesses, right? Or however many businesses, right? I don't know the number. I'm just throwing numbers out there. You have to be in a position to manage it all, plus your family, plus your self-care, without being burnt out. This is his way of building up your endurance. I think of, so I ran track in middle school, but I didn't do like cross country. But for those of you who may have done cross country, right? What do you see them doing during the season, on and off season? You see them running, right? And they're running on different terrain. Sometimes they're running in the woods. Sometimes they're running, well, like in my neighborhood, I call it the woods. It's not really the woods, but they're running like, you know, in the parks, on different paths, on different trails. They're doing long runs. Why are they doing that? They're doing that to build their endurance for what's needed for the actual race. That means that they need to get themselves prepared for the actual race. This time frame that you're in, where it doesn't seem like you're producing that much, is your preparation season. It's preparing you to be able to produce at the level that you're going to be able to do so. But it's giving you an opportunity to lay down the foundation properly first, so you can get the right systems in, the right processes in first, to know how to do it, so you're not stuck. So you're not feeling like, oh man, how am I supposed to do this? Oh man, I'm not sure where my head's at right now. How would that look? How would that feel, running 6 businesses, feeling like I can't even think right now? You would be so overwhelmed. You probably would be like, you know what? I'm out. Why? Because it becomes too much. That's why he has you lay out a foundation first. That's why he has you managing this and managing that and understanding the pieces first. That's why he gives you this opportunity to build some stuff up, rest. Build some stuff up, rest. And it doesn't mean rest doing nothing. Sometimes the rest simply just means, okay, I just made this book, it's finished. Take a moment. Breathe in, breathe out, celebrate that accomplishment, right? Okay, God, I'm excited. All right, let's go to the next one, right? Take those moments to breathe in and to know, like, yo, I did this. Oh my gosh, God, we did this. God, thank you. You allowed me to do this, right? Take those moments to celebrate your wins, to be grateful for what you've accomplished. Take the time to just have gratitude that you were able to do it, that God allowed you to do it, that he gave you the idea to do it. Take these moments to just, wow, God, I can't believe I have my own business. Like, A year ago, I never would have thought I had a business, and now, I have X amount. Like, identify those times and just show gratitude unto Him. When you're doing these things, like showing gratitude to God and getting your processes in place and getting your systems in place and getting the bank accounts and getting your business registered and building out a routine and all these other things, you're allowing yourself to understand the importance of what a solid foundation looks like. So when more is added onto your plate, you don't look at it like, oh my goodness, how am I supposed to do that too? God, I can't handle that, right? You start to curse the blessing because you were unequipped. You were unprepared. You didn't take the time to build out the systems that you needed to be able to do this properly. But when you do take the time to have the systems, right, to get everything in order, to start getting into a routine that makes sense, so when something gets added onto your plate, you can juggle it with ease. You ever been to the circus where the clown has, like, I don't know, a few items, and he has somebody throwing in another one, and they throw it in, and they throw it in, and they throw it in, and he's able to continue with the same speed. He's not nervous. He's not scared. It actually doesn't even really seem like he's going that much faster. He might be, but it doesn't look like it, right? Like, it doesn't like, oh my goodness, da, da, da. He's just going at the same pace. Why? Because 1, he practiced. 2, he had a system. 3, he built up the endurance to be able to manage more when it came on him. So he understood that he had a rhythm to it. And his rhythm allowed him to continue to add the pieces as they came without getting caught off guard, but to know exactly where to put it and to continue moving in the routine that he had built off of the foundation that he had, because there was an endurance that was made in the process of him being prepared. Allow yourself to build up that same type of routine. Allow yourself to build up that same type of foundation. Allow yourself to build up that same type of endurance. It's needed, because in order for you to get this house, you gotta do this and this and truly a lot more. But these are the steps that you need. This is why God allowed me to go ahead and create my course, Surviving Entrepreneurship, because He knew that there was going to be people like you who were jumping into the entrepreneurship world who were going to need help. He knew that there was going to be someone like you who was going to be like, okay, this is a really big business. I know the idea. I've seen it. It looks beautiful. It looks awesome. I've written out the plan, but God, how am I supposed to manage that and this and this and that, right? He is allowing me to present to you Surviving Entrepreneurship course. Why? Because He knows that you're going to need to build a foundation that's solid enough to withstand those worries, those concerns, and those things that come your way. God doesn't place us in situations without us being prepared first. He allows those who have been sent ahead of you to create a path. Just as God leads us first, right? And then we follow after God. God has allowed some of us to go for some of us have been led to go first in certain areas in the natural, and now we're creating a path for others. That's why you hear people talk about trailblazers. What are trailblazers doing? They're blazing trails. They're going through pathways that weren't necessarily walked on by other people before. Or if they were, they've edified it, they've redone it, and maybe they've even done it in a simpler way. That's what we're doing. We are trailblazers. We are called to blaze trails. We are called to create new paths. We are called to lead others. That's what I am called to do. I am called to lead you onto this path so you can build up the foundation that you need. So when you look at your business and you're like, God, I'm ready for the millions, you know that you will be able to handle the pressure that is attached to it. We look at the wealth and we think that's it. Oh, it's easy. I'm just going to have $1 million and done. But we forget all the things that come with it. There's a system that needs to handle that. There's pressure that gets applied, and you have to be able to withstand things malfunctioning and things taking place and things going left. You have to be able to endure long nights. longer than you may even have anticipated. You have to understand that there's a ways in which you want to be able to take care of yourself and not allow your health to fall by the wayside as you're managing this big business. There are systems that you need to put in place. Surviving Entrepreneurship course is going to teach you how to put these systems in place. It's going to teach you what fundamentals are needed as you start out. If you're a brand new entrepreneur, this is the course for you. If you've been in business 2 years or less, this is the course for you. If you are a business owner, but you know that your foundation is not solid and you're still feeling overwhelmed even though you've been in business for a few years, then this is the course for you. Because this is going to be the course that's going to refine the foundation that you currently have and fill in the gaps and holes in which were taking place. They're going to be able to allow you to see, okay, that's what I was missing. Oh my gosh, I wish I had been did that. That's what this course is going to do. It's going to allow you to see what's missing in the way that you have things set up. It's an opportunity to get yourself on track, to be prepared from now, so when things stop flowing, you won't be the one feeling disheveled. You won't be the one like, oh my goodness, my head is spinning, my head is spinning, my head is spinning. Especially for these solo entrepreneurs. I'm a solo entrepreneur at the moment, but I understand when it's on you, it's on you. So try thinking about how it's going to look for you to build this big house, right? It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of manpower, a lot of hours, right? A lot of tools, and truly you're going to need other people to help you. Just like when it comes to a business. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of manpower, a lot of hours, a lot of tools. And truly you're going to need some people to do what? To help you. The concept applies, y'all. The concept applies. But that is my conversation for you guys today. I really just wanted you to understand that before you can get this, right, you must be willing to do this, ha ha, and this, ha ha ha. You must be willing to do both. Anyways, so thank you so much for joining today on Ignite Your Glow. Peace and blessings. Bye for now. That's what my daughter would do. Bye, guys.